as you can see, our panels are just about finished. They're set, dry, done gluing, and we've painted them this evening after sanding them down and touching up a few of the rougher edges. Once they're dry, we'll put the hinges on them to make them a kind of a bifold type panel setup. And then around here, and then our display will be done. If you come on over here with me, we've got a couple things to show you that we're going to put on the car. This is Fuel Master. It is a fuel line magnet. Actually, it comes in two halves. You put this over your fuel line, and then it's simply zip tied into place. It's advertised as having strong rare earth magnets in it. The strength of these magnets as being rare earth is questionable at this point, but that's one of the things we're here to see. We will put this over our fuel line and see if it meets its claims. Now, there are many types of fuel line magnets out there. This is the one we're going to be testing for right now. There's Fuel Miser, Fuel Master, and an assortment of others, but basically they're all the same. It's a magnet that goes around your fuel line, and what it's supposed to do is break up the molecules. Hydrocarbon molecules are made of carbon and hydrogen. Hydrocarbon chains are methane, like you have for natural gas, ethane, propane. Many houses used to run on propane, and many still do for their heat that are out in the country. You'll see the big propane tanks, and on and on and on. Those chains get clumped together. They have a charge, kind of like when you pull your sweater out of the dryer in the winter, and it'll stick to other things. What these magnets purport to do are to break up those charges so you get smaller molecules, so they're not all clumped together, so that when they're injected into your fuel system, you get a cleaner burn, a better propagation of the flame, a higher efficiency of the burn. Now, we're going to have to see how this little item works. We've actually ordered two of them. We're waiting for the second one to show up yet. We're going to have to see what happens with that too. I have one other item here I'd like to show you this evening. The other item we have are some special spark plugs. They are made by Pulsar. They are called pulse plugs. Now, pulse plugs, unlike a regular spark plug, have an integrated circuit which acts much like a photostrobe or a flash in a camera. It holds the charge, and instead of dissipating it, a spark plug holds the charge and is supposed to flash it out all at once. However, these have something similar to a capacitor in them, that when the capacitor is fully charged, oops, it says not to drop them as well. When the capacitor is fully charged, it releases the energy all at once. And as you can see from some of the literature, and if you go to their web page, you can see an actual spark plug running test. The top plug is an iridium plug. Very expensive plug, supposed to work great in high-performance vehicles. The bottom one is the Pulsar plug. And when you watch the video, you see a real difference. And we're going to test this out in one of our vehicles. The other thing it has is a video showing the propagation of the flame in the cylinder. Now, these are infrared shots taken over a few thousandths of a second. You can see the beginning of the propagation of the flame here on your left of the iridium plug and on the right of the Pulsar plug. Now, that's the same amount of time that's gone past by for both of them. And then they go up to here to about 0.003 of a second, and you can see how far the flame is propagated on the iridium plug and then how far is propagated on the Pulsar plug. Not only do you get a more even burn, you get a faster burn. You should get a lot more power from using this plug. Power translates to efficiency depending on your driving style. Kind of like with any high-performance vehicle, if you get your foot into the pedal, it's going to suck more gas. However, if it's a high-performance vehicle and you let up on it, it's more efficient. These are high-performance plugs for our everyday vehicle and high-performance vehicles that purport to do the same thing, increase power and efficiency, depending on your driving style. So we're going to give these guys a try. And if they work, which I really hope they do, they're nice enough to send us along a 25% off, 25? Yeah, 25% off coupon on our next purchase, and I'll be buying them for my car. So you'll see me either getting higher mileage or zipping down the road a little bit quicker. That's what we got for you this evening. Tomorrow we'll be going into low rolling resistant tires and hopefully some of the oil and fuel additives that we've been collecting. Now, to give you an idea, we aren't spending an exorbitant amount of time to get ready for Maker's Faire or to modify the vehicles. We understand that the average person doesn't have a lot of time or money. So our goal was to demonstrate what does work, what can be done affordably, and can be done by the average weekend auto enthusiast. So you can go out, buy this stuff yourself, put it on your car, be pretty confident you can do it in a weekend. Some of these things you can do, I'm sure most of us can put spark plugs on in about an hour, unless we happen to have a well, one of those V6 engines where the back 3 cylinders are so far underneath you're almost better off taking the engine out to get to the spark plugs. Those are a little more difficult, of course. Luckily, we aren't in that kind of shape with the Hyundais. The 4 cylinders that we have to work with are really easy to get to, and it should make this change take about 20 minutes. And we've actually had some interesting results with the fuel and oil additives so far, some that you may not expect. Kind of everyone's known White Castles as sliders for years, and no one ever really wanted to admit it. Well, people have called a lot of these additives snake oils for a long time. It goes back to the days of the traveling salesman when I've got this here elixir that will cure everything, and it was 90% alcohol. Well, we're finding that some of these snake oils, maybe they should be called fish oils, because as fish oil is good for your body, some of these seem to be pretty good for the car. More on that next time, and it's getting pretty late here, so I hope you guys are having a good evening. Night.